You want answers?
What's that going to set up?
We've got to go to work.
It's the Strat Attack Show. But we're always wondering what the next two is.
Holy shnikes, it worked.
That's something I want to know about.
What's your name, scumbag?
Strat Attack Show.
We're on a mission from God.
Here's Rob Smith.
Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith. This is Smith in the Black, and if it's Tuesday, it's the Strat Attack Show where we get in the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. So let's take a look. We got a lot of earnings coming out, and so one of the things is we got a lot of inside months, and as you get deeper into that inside month, oftentimes we can get a little choppy, and with Netflix getting pounded this afternoon, that could change a few things. So I'm not going to waste too much time, but I did want to show you something very important about today's action. And here's SPY. 2 down by taking out the low, 2-2 reversal. Almost everything was doing this, right? And so what we know is the market's going to trade in the direction of the most 2s, the most 1s with continuity, and the most failed 2s going 3. And almost everything, if you take the scan here, and I go to, I'll change this real quick, to dailies, you're going to see the difference. That. Okay, this is everything taking out yesterday's highs or yesterday's lows. So if you go here and you scan for volume and who's taking out yesterday's lows, here's what you're going to see. A who's who of nobodies. You got Pfizer. Yeah, you heard of any of this stuff? AbbVie, we knew about that. But almost nothing, really. And then if you go to who was taking out yesterday's highs? Everybody. AMD, Apple, Ford, Bank, NVIDIA, Plug, American Airlines, even Palantir, Microsoft. And you can see how vast this list is. And so when you have that, there's almost no way the market was going to turn around today. All right? And so that means in the afternoon that you look for corrective activity on some things, like you go to QQQ, and QQQ, when you hear me say wait for corrective activity during a simultaneous break, this is what it is. 2 up by taking out the highs, 2 down, there's your corrective activity, 2 down again, and then boom, coming right back through here. So even if you missed all this, it's a little quick. This is your easier setup right in here, all right? The 2-2 reversal on the 60-minute, and it took it up into the highs of the day. So just wanted to point that out because I'm not going to waste too much time here with what's going on with, But let's go to Netflix first, just because that's going to be the story tomorrow. And Netflix, we know, has been in trouble since this 2-2 reversal here. Once it broke 640.01, no higher high until all the way down here, just getting destroyed again. And so what you're going to have here is a kicker on the day, right? Bright green, and then boom. It's just got some distance on it, so it's going to chew up a lot of that right out the chute, and that's why we can keep an eye on Disney, because it's hovering just right around here, you see. So we'll see what that does to the other fanger stocks, like Facebook, and if it takes them all down. So we haven't seen that yet. We'll see that in the morning. Facebook had a nice day once again. 2 down, 2 up in the day. Was not going to turn that around today. So the question is going to be weak enough to affect that. Amazon doesn't have earnings till next week. How does Netflix and all the fangers go, and Apple's next week too, so you got some time on that. Tomorrow's Tesla's, and we'll see Tesla's here on the month. Not doing much as far as Tesla's concerned, but you got your earnings coming out, so we'll see if you go to the weekly here. If it starts racing back through here, then you're back into an old 3 here. So, but we'll let those earnings come out. Other than that, if anything, start off the week, home builders, XHB, trying to rev Strat, had an inside week poke down, now coming back through it. How's ITB? ITB still an inside week, so we can see how that breaks. And you got your Home Depots in there to see if that's going to go 3. And, usual suspects, DHI, still an inside week, but coming up. Toll Brothers here, still could come up on that. So maybe some home builders. If you go to Hasbro, had a nice day today. And Hasbro goes Rev Strat week, inside week here, pokes down and then comes back up there, so that's still good. Trying to wake up here is BIIB, which has been a corpse for a long time. But you do have your inside week to the upside, and that's trying to reconfirm this, the 2 down, 2 up on the month. So we'll see if anything more comes of that. Another thing I want to point out is you want to be able to gauge your magnitude, right? Always. So if you go to weekly Pfizer, you look for the outside bar. That's your broadening formation of these guys. The poke up 2, and boom, right here. These 2 become an outside bar of that. Did we know about that? We sure did. Did it hit its magnitude? It did. And that can also tell you to look at other things like Lilly. That's an inside week to the downside, right? So you always want to try and group things together to see what institutions are doing as far as sectors are concerned, as opposed to just trying to pick out single stocks. So, like I said, we're not going to cut it short here a little bit, and let these earnings come out. Here's another nice rev strat here, and 1, 2, 2 to the downside. And so we'll leave it at that. It's lots of earnings coming out, so expect hopefully a good gap list. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith. This is Mr. Black, Strat Attack.
You've been listening to the Strat Attack Show.
It's over.
That looks like I'm running out of time again.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
And now for something completely different.
Yeah. Did you get that memo?
Let's go to Billy Baroo.
Oh, Billy.
Here's where they're buying.
Oh, behave.
Here's where they're selling.
Oh, righty.
I'd keep an eye on this. Is that a problem? It is.
You just don't turn it off.
I'm Rob Smith.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
I'm Smith in the Black with the Strat Attack.